Already know this is Punk Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself. And ladies and gentlemen, October 10th is going to be an interesting bout. A very, very interesting bout. Stylistically, it's going to be interesting. You got Sergey Lipinets versus Abdukakhorov. Interesting fight for the IBF interim welterweight championship of the world. Now, Abdukakhorov has been Errol Spence mandatory for quite some time. He's been mandatory since March 2019. He's actually like the Dillian White of the IBF, if you know what I'm talking about. If you're hardcore fans, they know what I'm talking about. Kokhorov, y'all already know that Sergey Lipinets has last couple of fights, he ended with a TKO. Great power, great fundamentals. Stationary at times, but got the fundamental down pack. Great power to the body as well. Commit to his punches. Height kind of short for Abdukakhorov. Abdukakhorov is tall, probably got 4 to 3 inches over him. Great footwork. I believe in the welterweight division that Abdukakhorov is top 3, probably top 4 in movement, in footwork. You probably got Manny Pacquiao, you got Crawford, probably Keith Thurman, and you got Abdukakhorov. Abdukakhorov could move, could switch from orthodox to southpaw. Very tricky, decent jab. Doesn't have a lot of power. But have decent power. Throws those awkward hooks. Stylistically, they totally different, but when they come together and mesh, you know, when the mover, the boxer puncher, and the boxer, when they clash, it seems like it's always a great type of event, great type of stylistically bout, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I think I might have. I think Abdukakhorov is going to be probably the underdog on this one, and I got him winning a slight by a hair. I'm just going by the underdog on this one. I got him winning by a hair. I think he could outbox him. I think he could maneuver him. He got more tricks under the sleeve, in my opinion, with Lipinets. But Lipinets got an experience. Abdukakhorov just beat Luis Collazo. Luis Collazo is over the hill. You already know. There's gonna be another test. It's gonna be another test for Abdukakhorov. But I'm going with the young dude on this one. And this fight is just not gonna be about Sergey Lipinets and Abdukakhorov. This is gonna be bigger than Lipinets and Kokhorov. Y'all already know Abdukakhorov is signed with Top Rank. Sergey Lipinets with PBC Tom Brown, and this fight will dictate what we're gonna see in the future in one of the biggest fights that we all want to see. And I'm talking about Errol Spence versus Crawford. That's the fight that boxing fans want to see. That's probably the biggest matchup in the sport of boxing today, interesting wise. And I believe that with a win, if the Abdukakhorov beats Sergey Lipinets, I'm not sure. I know he signed a 3-fight deal with Top Rank. Don't know if he signed an extension. If it was Bob Arum, he should sign the extension. He should make him sign the extension now, because of course Bob Arum know how to play chess at this game, the most prestige promoter in the sport of boxing history. So he knows how to play the game. If Abdukakhorov wins, and Top Rank actually asked for this fight to be an interim title, they making sure that this is gonna be an interim title. They making sure that Errol Spence, which was given, which WBC made a deal with the IBF that WBC is gonna take first dip into Errol Spence fighting for the mandatory, and they said after that fight, they got the IBF is given Errol Spence or whoever's holding the IBF 90 days to face. It's mandatory. So, like I said last year, if you follow the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell, like it. I said last year that we would not see Errol Spence and Crawford probably in 2021, late 2021 or early 2022. I know it frustrates people. It frustrates me too, but I had to tell the truth. Y'all already know how I break things down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. I give it to you straight. So if Abdukakhorov beats Lipinets and he becomes the interim title, if Spence and I don't even try to play hardball and don't sign to get that mandatory bout cleared, you already know how the IBF works. They will strip anybody. Yes, they will strip anybody. Okay? They the strippers out here. They will strip you. All right? They don't give a damn if you Canelo Alvarez. They don't care if you Anthony Joshua. When they say they're going to strip you, when they say they want you to fight the mandatory, you must face the mandatory. So y'all already know that Errol Spence or if Danny Swift Garcia beats him, whoever's holding IBF is not gonna be facing no Bud Crawford. They're going straight for a mandatory bout because this man been waiting on if it's Abdukakhorov, he's gonna be there for probably nearly 2 years. Like I said, he's the Dillian Wayne of the IBF and the welterweight division. Now, a lot of people ain't sharing light about it. Nobody's doing a video about it. Ain't nobody pressing Errol Spence or to be fighting Abdukakhorov. But I'm going to tell you like this was going to be pressing after this fight. It's going to be Top Rank. And he's going to have 2 fighters, which Errol Spence and Al Heyman are going to have to be dealing with Bob Arum. Till we see Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence. And I'm going to tell you like this. I do believe that Abdukakhorov will give Errol Spence a better look until the future if he fights Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford know how to switch. Abdukakhorov know how to switch. He know how to work in the outside. He can stay in the inside sometimes. Like I said, he got a lot of wrinkles to his game, just like Bud Crawford. So right there, he could simulate what he might see from Bud Crawford fighting a young dude like Abdukakhorov. Lipinets, if he wins, I do see Errol Spence just picking him apart. I think he's too tall, too strong, and too big for Lipinets. Y'all already know Mikey Garcia beat Lipinets. You already know we already saw what Spence did to Mikey Garcia. Threw everything in the kitchen sink. Didn't knock him down, but outboxed him. It looked like they was not even supposed to be in the same level. Put it that way. So I do see Abdukakhorov coming with the win by a hair. I do see Bob Arum playing that power chess game. Y'all gonna have to deal with Bob Arum if Abdukakhorov wins. Let's see if he signs the extension. I don't know yet, but I believe he's probably going to be with Top Rank for quite some time. He's glad. He said it once before. He's happy he's with Top Rank. They're doing a great job for his career. So it is what it is. So it's going to be an interesting fight. When you're looking at this fight, it's just bigger than bigger than Lipinets. It's bigger than Abdukakhorov. It's going to be the battle of Top Rank, Al Heyman, up till we see that fight with Bud Crawford and Errol Spence. And just speaking, if they do what they have to do to get up to that point. Now, let me know what y'all think. Leave a comment in the bottom. There's going to be a lot of things that's going to be leading up to this fight. A lot of business thing, a lot of interviews, a lot of things. And there's going to be a lot of type of, how you say it? Craziness, you know how the boxing world gets. This is like a secret society. We have to be some conspiracy theorists to understand a lot of the things that's going on in the sport of boxing. But I got your back. Your boy Puncher got your back. I'm doing the studies and things of that nature just for you and I. Now, God first. You already know the slogan. God first, everything second. Please get in a relationship with God. Your life will be awesome. Awesome. I love you. God bless. And on to the next.